Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? Apologies for being slightly late. Here we are with more Slay the Princess. It's looking great. Let's see. We've missed messages already. A little competition going between Josh Manaki Bobby and Muffin. Benjamin as well. Okay.
Hello there.
Also got an ad, a Call of Duty one. Interesting. Okay. Well, hello everyone. Happy to be here. How you doing? Hey Arios, thanks for being here. How am I? I'm doing okay. I am very tired. I woke up late and it has impacted my whole day. Luckily, I was only a couple minutes late here, but way behind. So sorry about that, everyone. Let's get into the game. I loaded this up.
Returned to me.
Oh.
Days mean nothing
sec.
in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
So I went to open the game earlier just so I could change the screen capture in OBS, and it instantly came to this screen. So I'm glad that saving it and coming back has not messed anything up. But here we are. How is the list? Not great. I did start reading Dungeon Meshi, I believe it's called, or Delicious in the Dungeon in English, and I am enjoying it so far. I'm not super far in. I haven't had a whole lot of time, but I have started that. So that's on the list, and it's being worked on a little bit. The hands are back. Praise the hands. Nice. Okay. So yeah, as soon as I opened this earlier, it came to this screen. So she was waiting for us. Okay. I'm ready to go back. Interesting. Okay. I mean, there's not much to say to her, unfortunately, but I am ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
It certainly sounds like we're approaching the
I will
end
be here, waiting for you.
of the game. I hope there's like a new game plus so I can collect more endings. Everything goes dark and you die. The hero and the princess. Okay, we're back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hello, narrator. I don't like you still, but that's okay. You have a kink for that? No, but you can't just not praise a woman with 100 plus hands. Yeah, I mean, you certainly wouldn't want to say anything negative about it. I don't know that mentioning the hands is a good play, though. I feel like that might get you in trouble. How's the rule reading? I have made very little progress. I skimmed the cheat sheet you gave me, but I didn't absorb any of that, and I'm so sorry. I'm hoping that I can watch the couple videos you sent me later today, Muffin. I do have a stricter deadline than usual on today's stream because I promised my brother-in-law we'd watch... I don't know if you guys have heard of Fable, but it's a very good manga that was made into an anime, and I promised we'd continue watching it together because it's been a while.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It actually might be called The Fable. Hold on, let me double check real quick. It's really good, though. It's about this hitman that's very strange. It's The Fable? Okay, cool. There's a second series that has not been made into an anime yet, which is also very good. And the interesting thing about that one is that it takes place during the pandemic, and like all the characters are wearing masks and stuff, which I thought was interesting. That one finished up semi-recently, I believe, and I need to finish that as well. Okay, what are we doing here? The end of the world, what are you talking about? If you consider, yeah. I feel like we've said all of these at this point. I think we just let's just ignore the narrator this time.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
You started Don to Don. What'd you think? I haven't seen the second. It's really funny. I haven't seen the second episode yet, but I really like the manga. I think it's great. Watch on double speed in one ear and the other the rule book. That will never work for me. Speaking of Fable, can't remember when is the last time I saw the game anywhere. So, okay, so this is totally different from Fable, but that was a very good series that I feel like dropped off the face of the earth, right? I swear they said something about Fable coming back. Google it real quick. Fable game series. I swear they were bringing back or making a new one, something like that. Like semi-recently, too. Yeah, there's a reboot coming. In 2025, it looks like. Yeah, there's it's apparently coming out in 2025. It's a new installment in the franchise. Wow, the last Fable was in 2010. Yikes. I'm old. You realize you just remembered the game when you heard the word. Gotcha. Also looked at Uzumaki, but couldn't finish a single episode, and now I have a fear of spirals. I really enjoyed the manga to Uzumaki. I heard the first episode was incredible, and then I guess they had, like, problems at the studio, and I don't know what happened to their budget for animation, but from what I saw, like, clip-wise, the second through fourth episodes were, like, almost like PowerPoint presentations. They were terribly animated. I don't know if it's... I mean, the story is great, so it might still be worth watching, but yeah, that is disappointing.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I feel like I might ignore everyone this run. We've never tried that.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Your whole adventure with games began when you were 5 or 6. Been playing Heroes 3 with your brother. Nice. I started playing games when I was like a baby. Not actually, like my parents would play and then I'd have my hands on the controller while they were playing. I think I started actually playing when I was like 2, and then I've loved games my entire life. They wouldn't have had the episodes ready, so they had to go with the half-done solution. Yeah, I would have done a full-done solution rather than releasing what they released. I guess the options were to cancel it entirely, release what they had, or just do the first episode. I think they were all not great options, to be honest. But it is sad to see it go that way, because that's like a legendary manga by Junji Ito.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No blades. We don't need it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Shut up, narrator.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
So, I don't know exactly how this game works since I've been trying to stay spoiler-free. My guess is that the way it works is Chapter 1 always starts the same, and then it decides what princess you get. It seems like there's several choices of princesses, and my guess is that whatever princess you happen to get, you have several different endings you can get with that princess. That's how I'm thinking it probably works. I have no clue, but that's my guess here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Now she sounds very, very different. Yeah, I think this is the timid version of her. A lot of animes are getting review bombed for animation in a bad way. That's not great. Good to see that Bleach and One Piece are still going strong. How is the new season of Bleach, by the way? I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but the manga finished in such a terrible and embarrassing way that I ended up not liking the entire series. So I'm really, really hoping that they do something different with the ending and they don't just do the manga ending, because it was god-awful. Terrible. Just found out there are Twitch drops for Elite Dangerous. There weren't for the last 2 months. Ooh, neat. I like Twitch drops. I think they're really neat. And yeah, I wish there were more. Although I have to be honest, I probably won't be playing any of the games that have Twitch drops. I have played Against the Storm, and that had them for a little bit. Okay, just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you about a lie. Let's just ignore everybody.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Jeez Louise, he wants us like to strangle her to death? It's good for now. It's not at the end yet. Okay. The end is where it really fell apart. He rushed the last few chapters, and it was not satisfying.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
It was the part when the white hair guy releases the Soul Knight's right hand, or Soul King's right hand. It sounds vaguely familiar. I was reading it like in real time though, so it's been over a decade since I last read it. I remember the Quincy arc being kind of cool, and then yeah, it was really just the end that made it awful.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Maybe. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Good job, narrator.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, hero.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Speaking of releasing right hands, gotta release her right hand. The fights are really well animated. It's worth the watch. Nice. I'll consider adding it to the list. You can't write today, it looks like. Hey, welcome to my world, my friend. I frequently flub all my words, so I hear ya. The Elite Dangerous drops are 4 skins. Skins aren't easy to get. They cost different amounts and usually 13 weeks, as the premium currency is capped at 400 a week. Wow. Sounds like drops worth having. Listen, last time we saw you try and bite your arm off, and I think that's a terrible idea. So let's go upstairs. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around there somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. We know that the door is probably going to lock when we try to do that, but at least she won't bite off her arm, maybe?
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
I still am not entirely sure what this is. Like, I wonder if the narrator's doing that. If he has the power to influence our I think he does have the power to influence our surroundings, right? Because when we tried to walk away from him, a bunch more houses spawned. So probably him, but I'm not positive.
Is someone else here?
Not actively playing at Logon from time to time in a clan called Rat Pack. It's a fun name. Maybe you'll download it again too? Nice. We're making friends here. I love that. Been earning on cargo some time ago, but oh well, left again. But soon they are dropping more updates and more ships from what you heard. Nice. Go and kill some pirate or deep core mine and log out. It does seem like a big time investment, but it is cool that they've got this whole world made. Just kick it open? Yeah. I'll try the door. I feel like we've proven that if we believe hard enough, we can do stuff here. So I feel like
the door, but it's locked from the outside.
We're not believing hard enough, unfortunately. Let's just return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I hope she doesn't bite off her arm again.
Easier for whom?
Join you party hunting. You can use your fighter. It is you can go on expeditions. It takes like 3 months. Holy crap! If you're dedicated enough. 1-to-1 scale map of the Milky Way, or at least something that resembles 1-to-1. That's nuts, dude. That's got to be like a really fun simulation, though. I don't know that it's something I'd be into, because I don't have that kind of attention span. But I could definitely see why people like make their own cockpits and stuff for that game. That sounds neat.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
It'll be fine. Just don't bite off your arm, please.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
We got this. Don't worry, princess.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She
Oh
barely
my God,
hesitates
stop!
before raising her arm to her mouth.
Oh,
her
that
teeth
noise, I
tearing
hate
through
it.
her limb with the determination of a trapped
Oh
wolf.
my God. Why are you doing this? Please don't do this.
As she rips her flesh from her bone,
Oh, God.
a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Okay, we've seen this before, unfortunately.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Oh my God.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I hate it. Crap. We know if we save the princess here by cutting off her arm, he's going to make us... He's just going to make us try and kill her, and it's not going to work. And then she's going to stab us like 1,000 times. So I think we probably murder here. I'm not happy about the result. That's not really what I want to do, but it's different from what we normally do. A super small percentage of the galaxy has been discovered. Will take 43,000 years. Holy crap, to discover it entirely. Wow. Fairies that act like buses. Oh my God, what the hell? Why is her first solution biting her hand off? I mean, realistically, what else are you going to do? But also, yeah, I agree. It's gross. Have you done an all murder yet? Yeah, we've straight up walked in and just murdered the crap out of her. It made me feel bad. That's the one where she turned into a ghost. Doesn't waste her time, it seems, straight to business. You gotta imagine, she's been down here who knows how long, like an infinite amount of time, based on what we've seen. So yeah, it's not surprising that biting her hand off is something she might do. We're gonna try murdering her, and I'm so sorry, but you did bite your arm off, and that was pretty creepy.
Without
Oh,
hesitation,
God. Oh,
bring the blade down.
I feel guilty.
Plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
I'm so sorry about that.
the wound drives her to the ground.
I don't feel good about this.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Thanks, Hero. I appreciate the support.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
No, I wasn't, but you freaked me out by biting off your arm, I have to be honest.
The princess
Uh-oh.
pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Okay, she's probably gonna turn into a monster and kill me.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
She is looking pretty feral.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Listen, I'm so sorry for stabbing you, but you are kind of proving that I was right to do that.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I do like that the blade has not only changed from my hand to a blade, but also to a blade with blood on it since I stabbed her. That's a nice touch. But she has help down there. We tried to help her last time, and all it does is it makes it so the narrator takes over our body and tries to attack her, and then she just kills us like by stabbing us 1,000,000 times.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now.
Can we make up? Oh,
As
God.
you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Yeah, okay. Her nails are extended and she's got claws now. It's not great. This is like the most average well-going D&D plan. Yeah, things have gone off the rails.
Your knife cuts into her again.
Oh my God.
And again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Dude, I just want to point out, guy, she's still chained to the wall. Just like, can you walk away from her, please, and not let her tear you to shreds? What are you doing?
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Hey, now she's resembling you in some way? Yeah, she's definitely getting more bestial. Sorry, princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Yeah. Give up? I'm noticing that give up is not, like, talk it out. It's just give up and die. Alright, sorry, princess.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
I was wondering that myself.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
Finisher. Working on it. I don't have a good feeling, though. I think she's gonna kill us.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
Oh, sorry, I read the comment wrong. Finisher.
You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Sorry, I don't feel good about this. I feel like a bad person.
After all this time alone,
Oh my god.
I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
I'm so sorry. Don't make me feel worse. Come on.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
Can I at least apologize to her before I die, please?
You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
I feel bad.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Double kill.
But you don't
True.
have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, well, maybe we can be friends with her now. The witch. Uh-oh. Yay, we
You're on the
successfully
path
died
in the
horribly.
woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
She's a witch now?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm on a kill streak now. I think it might have ended since I also died. Okay. But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again, probably. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you.
Wrong.
People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Narrator, you're so dumb and wrong so frequently. That should be embarrassing for you, I think.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
That's a new voice.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog.
Yeah.
I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
I don't agree with you. I think I'm going to try and be friends, but I do appreciate you lying to the narrator. Okay. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You say that every time, you goober.
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
All right, let's see what this witch princess is like. I'm excited because witches are rad.
The interior of the
boy.
cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic
creepy looking.
weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf. with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Nah, dude, there's a mirror, and we're going
The
to look at
blade
it.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, we're going to look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Okay, it's going to turn into roots. Yep.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Rude. Okay, no blades. We're going to be friends.
No blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into.
Yeah, we're friends now.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah. Opportunist, more like,
The door to the
Optimus.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Which witch? Good question. We haven't met her yet. The chapter was called Witch, though.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
This one's kind of creepy. I don't like this area.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Okay, we know she's going to say something next, so why don't we save here? Because we're about to have an ad break. And before we see her response, why don't we just mute volume here? And we're going to take a quick 3-minute ad break. Don't worry, you won't miss anything. We're just going to sit here and listen to music, but we will be back in just 3 minutes. Get a snack, use the restroom, but we will be right back. we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. Get our music back. Get back into the game. All right. What is Princess going to say?
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably. Okay. One sec. Let's see what Muffin is linking here. Ooh, that's a cool looking ship. Got this already? Nice. An orange python. Congrats. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Okay, I know I murdered you last time, but I think we can be friends now, and I don't appreciate being called nasty or wretched.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Okay, listen, I came to apologize, and I think we should be friends.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
I agree.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
I don't believe you.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
This guy and I are on the same page.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
He sounds really different. Yeah, I agree. He sounds like a witch.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Shut up, narrator.
Fine, fine. You're the boss.
He's not, I'm the boss.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Huh. This is not giving witch vibes to me, but she does have a tail and, like, claws, and I don't know if this is her dress or, like, wings, but she's looking pretty cool.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Okay.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
I just want to apologize.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
I didn't... Can we say that?
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
More like a feral druid than a witch. Yeah. More like a druid, maybe? Yeah, you guys are on the same page.
Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
At least the narrator is a realist.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
Maybe.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Hard pass.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Yeah. I like the way you think, opportunist.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
She's got like a cat mouth now. That's funny. I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. I don't know that that's the best way to apologize for murdering someone. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing off your arm, it scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand. This is exactly what happened, by the way. That is a great description of what I was thinking. Okay, let's do that.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
That's a good point. That's a reasonable response, I think.
And you started it.
I did start it. That's true. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry about last time. That's what I'm saying. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. No, I'm just gonna apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
All right, I get it that you're mad because we killed each other, but I did apologize. I want to make that clear.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay, I'll try. Okay. Let's see. So we're at an impasse. Neither of us are going to get anywhere if we can't trust each other unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight. No? Probably going to stab me. Let's team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
That's an astute observation that you've got.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it.
Agreed.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I get it. You don't like I killed you, but now we are both alive. Everything's good now. It's a good point. I didn't bring my blade down. Remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? Yeah, I am going to say that because I don't have any good ideas. Please don't bite your arm off again. Please don't do that.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Okay. Good job, princess.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
All right, calm down, opportunist.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
No. I think we should be friends. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
Don't kill me, please. I already apologized.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
I like her crown. It's like made out of twigs. And she's got twigs in her hair, too.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Listen, we're cool. I don't want to fight you.
After you, darling. You're the one that lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Good kitty.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
No scratchy scratch. Listen, I'm willing to turn my back on her. We can't die anyways, technically. I mean, we can, but we come back. So I'm willing to trust the
It
princess.
shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Yeah. Hey, Anjin. Or Angen. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Apologies if I got it wrong. How you doing? Thanks for being here. She did bite her hand off. Now it's your hand. True.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Okay, don't spoil things, opportunist. We're friends now.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
True, I agree.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Listen, narrator, I don't trust you. I trust you less than anyone here, including the voices in my own head. So, screw you, guy. Step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Okay, you don't need to be menacing about it. She has some cuts on her hands, like counting days. Oh, I was thinking that was like fur. But you could be right about that.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
More like hair? That's what I was thinking too.
You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Yeah, narrator's trying to manipulate us. I'm sure this is fine.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
You don't know what's best for me, dude. Grow up. You're not my dad.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
All right, everyone needs to listen to me. I know what I'm doing. Calm down.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
Looking at it now, it might be that. On a more forward look, it looked like cuts. Yeah, I could see that.
But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why.
No, she's not going to do anything. We're friends now.
You feel something dig into
man.
your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight.
All right, I guess we couldn't be friends.
Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Spoke too soon? Yeah, I wouldn't trust someone that murdered me in a past life either, to be fair.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the
True.
impact.
They would never understand. You try to get into it, but you can't.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
All right, I get it. Take your victory lap. Leave me alone.
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Unfortunate.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
Well, we did murder her in a past life.
It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Fair enough.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Okay, she made the :3 face. Yeah, she's doing exactly that. That's the cat face.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Yeah, I get it. I can't get up. You broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. We were never going to get up those stairs, were we? We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other. That's true.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I get it.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said,
What the hell?
now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
We were not on the same page at all, Opportunist. Not even a little bit.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for
That's
us.
not what I would have said.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Great point.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Didn't like that noise.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
I think that's more like a
Skill issue.
this could be a skill issue. I was thinking like poetic justice, you know? But I do feel bad for both of us. This is still going well like a D&D plan. Yeah, true.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Okay, well maybe we can both be friends with broken backs. That could work.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Yeah.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Now she looks like she's gonna cry.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
Maybe we could nurse each other back to health.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Oh, Jesus. You killed each other and now you broke each other. True. She does not want to be friends with me. That's understandable.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Coward. He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Sorry, princess.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
How nice, a romantic story. I don't know about that. I'm sorry, princess. I'm so sorry. At least your back's not broken anymore, though. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I'm gonna be nice to the hero. He's been my bud every time. I'm gonna be nice to him. Going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, hero.
If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Not the end. Whatever's going on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Sorry, hero.
Finally. We're going places.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh, we faded away. Ooh, we're a crow. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Hands for the hand god? True. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Or are you a part of me or something else? The one who wanted me to slay the princess? Why? Met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? That's a great question, too. Wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Okay. I have a lot of questions. I don't think I should declare that, though. I think the most prescient question I have is, why did he want me to slay the princess? A crow, or is he Odin? I have no idea, to be honest.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
I don't like that he has teeth.
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Okay. You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
An echo can't perceive things. You want me to destroy the concept of transformation? How is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. A good point. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? Everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? You know that things won't just get worse if I destroy her. What would you like to live in a world without her? Made to do a single task. Who made me? What am I? And these seem like the other questions that I could have asked earlier. Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her. Not accurate. Capable of becoming whatever people are to be. Can I just will her into something small? How did you die? Why did you make her a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? A lot of these are very good questions. What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? What is this place? Where are we? Why would you want to get rid of... Why would you want to rid the world of death? Pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even. True. Here's about dying. I've died plenty of times. Well, you're leaving now. You're tired. Have fun with the hands and the Eldritch Crow thing. Sleep well, Benjamin. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, I feel like to live is to change, and removing the ability to change is basically worse than death. So I agree with this.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough.
Hi, Benjamin.
You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You're delusional? Fantastic, leader of the Fluxes. This game gives me nightmares. Yeah, this is a strange game. I'm really enjoying it, though. A lot of philosophy in here that I wouldn't have thought from the package, you know? Let's see. I don't want to destroy her. I also don't even see why she's bad in the first place. I'm going to say I'm pretty sure death is good, actually.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Have you died? Do you have anything to say for yourself, for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
I just don't understand. So, he's essentially trying to make us remove the idea of change from all of reality. How is that good? Like, what is life without change? That's stagnation, no? I am curious what it is. Met you many times. You've been the same you all along. I'm curious about that, too. I think how did you die is probably a prescient question, since he just said I don't know the horror of death. If she leaves, everyone dies? I think it's the opposite. I think if she goes away, no one dies, is what this man's trying to tell me.
I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Makes me sad. She dies, no one dies? Yeah, exactly. She's the concept of transformation, meaning that people can't die if she is gone. Aging and death is change, isn't it? So without changes, are there none of those? That seems to be what he's implying. So he's trying to save everyone in existence by making them not die. But really, how is that going to work? There's going to be well, I guess if nothing changes, there can't be new things being born, right? So it's just going to be the same forever. Like, what are we talking about here? Everyone will die if she leaves immediately. That's not the impression I'm getting at all. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? You might be giving spoilers. Gotcha. Okay, well, that is not my understanding right now, so I'm going to work under my current understanding of what's happening. Okay. I think I want to ask, what are you? I also want to know if he's the same guy.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
That's interesting. So every time we ever met her, she knew that we had killed her previously?
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. What are you?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Let's see. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me? Great question.
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
Okay.
Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Nice. Okay, we're running out of questions here. I want to know what he thinks it would be like to live in a world without her. You made me, then what am I? Great question. People out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? What is my true identity? But I've died plenty of times. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Interesting.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
So, if I'm understanding him correctly, we're at the end of the universe. And so if change is allowed to take place, everyone's going to die? Is that what I'm gathering here? I think you're out of time. I'm not going to Slayer, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to Destroyer. Rest easy, I'm going to Destroyer. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Still have to see what she thinks about all this. Say nothing and end him. I don't like being a mean person. So I think I'm going to lie to his face and try to make him feel better before he dies.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Sorry, guy. I feel bad for being mean to you this entire time.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Bye. Sorry. Final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Okay. Not great. Hello. A lot of princesses.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
You've evolved past hands, I see. You've got bodies now.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? I'm gonna ask about the Echo.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
It is the impression I got, yeah. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I really feel like you can't be considered living if you don't have the ability to die, right? Like, what is the point of anything if you can't move towards anything in life, right? It's kind of like what they said earlier in the game about nothingness. You can't have a concept of nothing unless you first have a concept of something. There are more than two endings, I see. I feel like you need to have a world where death exists, right? I mean, just if you're thinking about it pragmatically, just the fact that everything would get overpopulated without death is a big enough reason for it to exist, right? Just even philosophical stuff aside, there's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you in, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. We were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? It didn't even matter which roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reach this point. Slay the princess. Slay the princess? It's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Okay. Let's talk this through. I have more questions.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
There won't be a world if she leaves. I mean, it sounds like there will be, but the people on it are going to die.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Okay, don't be violent, please. I thought we were friends.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine.
Uh-oh.
We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves.
Yeah, if you're gonna attack me, you're gonna fight back, lady.
But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and
Hey, I
both of
remember
us
you.
break the other. But broken is only a moment in time.
Yeah, that is what happened with you specifically. Hi, Jaden Jones. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well.
To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. I agree with you about change being good. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. That isn't what any of this has been about. Why? You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Reject your perspective. I won't engage with violence. I mean, I agree with her. Is this really not what it's about? I think we are talking about change, right? Reject her perspective. She's right, though. I guess I'll explore. I agree with her on this point, though. If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there's no difference between growth and decay. Okay, that makes sense. I've already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. Yeah.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover.
Okay, that's a good point.
I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible. Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
I really enjoy how it's going through all the different endings we got.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
That was definitely our best ending. Okay. I feel like I want to keep working with each statement she's making. I was blinded by emotion, and we both know that. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me. Okay.
Then there's no need for you to fight with the eye. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
I'm ready. I want to leave with you. Stop the fight early and surrender. I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
How about next playthrough you don't kill her at all, not even once? Think it's going to make some wacky ending? I think probably, yeah.
There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. Only the flood of bodies. Only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. Sensation at once.
Okay.
And then you hold them all again.
This was the one where we fractured her into like a bunch of different versions of herself.
But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything.
Yeah.
We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I feel like you didn't like being everything. Okay. Be everything at once is the same as being nothing at all. True. Why would either of us want that? Contain everything is contain every evil alongside every good. Can we not shed the confines of our old selves and create? That's a good one. Didn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now. You seem in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do. I think that I personally most agree with this. If you are everything, you're nothing, really.
Here is where words fail us. So long as we both exist, we will always be distinct. The only thing to fear is a reality without me.
Okay. Okay, stop doing what you're doing, please.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry for murdering you.
I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, And you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free.
That is what happened, yes.
Without sin, there is no redemption.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too. Without redemption, there can be no sin. I don't know that I agree with that. If I'd known what you were, I would never have freed you, and I would sacrifice everything to free you again. Without redemption, there can be no sin. Is that true? I think it's trying to say that... I don't know if it's a redemption and sin concept. I think it's more of a wrong and right concept. If everything you do is wrong forever and there's no concept of right, then there's just no right thing to do. I think that's what it's going for, so I'm going to choose that.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you there. I don't see why you need to destroy everything, though.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
That could potentially be true in some cases.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
They'll get over it. They'll see your end as a gift in time. That would be torture. I just don't see how the absence of change is a good thing.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Yeah, I agree. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
I think that's true.
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? Can't let that happen, slay the princess. Was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning and existence. I'm going to trust that that's true. Interesting. Okay, so we have an option where we can kill her, keep some amount of change, but not destroy everything. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I can't let you exist. Won't kill you, but I won't let you free. Done everything to make you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. That's a good point. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't want to do that. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
I feel like I'm leaning towards killing her, and I feel guilty about that. I'm gonna go with you've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it.
I knew the hero was with me, dude. You're the most supportive of my inner voices. Thanks, dude. Which hero are you? You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
That makes sense. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here.
Thanks, hero.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Okay.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Okay, hero, do it.
It's time to resume our dance.
We've got other plans, lady.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
You know it, dude. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Okay, we got like concept art. Love that. All right, we're going back. Just the cabin, huh?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so, with the background full of princesses.
Do you need me to describe things?
Nah, it's okay. I'd like that for old time's sake. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? Is the area really gone? Take the blade. Just you and me.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Okay. The offer still stands. Could you describe the cabin to me for old time's sake? Look out the window? Yeah, I saw. It's full of princesses.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, buddy.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
And some princesses.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Oops.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
You know what, hero? I'm going to take your advice. I trust you, buddy. You've been with me the entire time. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Sorry, dude. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go. I am kind of sad about that.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Kinda. We'll take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
I wouldn't know. I usually didn't take it. Into the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
Probably the latter.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the stairs.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
Nope.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Okay. Sit with her. I don't think I want to be a god. True. Are you the same as you are out there? I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. What are we going to do? I want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Yeah, let's be reasonable.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
Hmm.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't know if that's a good solution. Different way, seek it? Yeah, I'm thinking... Sounds too easy. It sounds like it won't accomplish anything. We're just going to do this all over again. Resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. I mean, this is what I'm thinking right now. We're talking about this right now. How do we know we haven't done this before? That's also a great question. Isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? Take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us. Agree to her plan. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Slay the princess. Okay. There is a good ending. Yeah. We're talking about this right now. How do we know we haven't done this before? I think is what I'd be thinking.
Well, I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Yeah. Okay. We're setting it, do anything to help them, the people out there. If you continue to exist, don't they continue to suffer and die?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Okay, well, I believe that you're not a terrible person, so maybe we can work together, and if I believe hard enough, you'll help. Okay. How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
That's an awful decision, though. Sure, I'll go with I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
How do you know things that won't end worse?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Aw, that's nice.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
Yeah, you seem nice. We'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds? Also a good question.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Okay. Isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
How am I supposed to murder this poor girl? I don't feel good about this. Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
I shouldn't have brought the knife. Hero, you've betrayed me. Alright, I don't want to murder her. I don't know that being a god is a great solution either, but I'll ask.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Hi, Wyatt. How you doing? Thanks for being here. I don't want to murder this poor woman, so I guess we're going back. Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
I think the hero screwed us over by making me bring this knife down.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I love you? I don't know about that. Although maybe saying that will make her not murder me. I'm saying it.
Oh, I love you too.
I don't believe you. Okay, we're dead. All right, we're back at the start, I guess. Here we go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm not really fine. That made me sad. I don't like the ending we got, and I feel like I want to help the princess and not murder her, and also not forget about her. That made me sad. Okay. I think we just ignore the narrator. I don't think he is going to help me do anything, so we'll walk in and we'll talk to the princess. Okay, never mind. That's the end. You got a ending? I don't know how many there are, to be honest. Ad coming up in 3. Yep. You're here to lay the princess. A for that. I don't know about that, but I do think we should try and be friends with the princess. I think murdering her several times was not a great idea. It's kind of a good ending, but not the good one. Yeah, I think the good one would have been convincing her not to go back in time, and instead, I feel like we got to not murder her at all, is my guess. Thanks to our little creatures, Wednesday, Spoons, and Nubs. Love that. Ooh, they had an axolotl. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. That's nice. Music was fantastic here. Join the Discord, join the mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game. I didn't know they had another game. Go to the main menu, though. We got the Den chapter yet? I don't think so. Just don't get friend zoned like last time. That's the plan. Okay. Well, I guess before starting again, we do have an ad coming up in 2 minutes. So let's take a quick ad break. It's going to be 3 minutes long. Grab a snack, use the restroom. But don't worry, you will not miss anything. We're just going to sit here and we're going to listen to music. Let me mute this for now. But we will be back in 3 minutes. So see you very soon. And we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm a little sad that there's not a way to see all the endings you've gotten so far, but we'll try to remember what we did. So we're going right back in. Oh, where's my sound? Oh, I still muted. Sorry. Let me unmute that real quick. Sorry about that. You want to know how to get to Den. I think no, but I appreciate the offer. I think I'm going to keep winging it, and we'll probably get it sooner rather than later since I mostly remember what choices I made. But I appreciate the offer. Clever writing with that ending. It could be interpreted dozens of ways depending on who reads it. Yin versus yang, change versus status quo, classicism versus postmodernism, making choices versus absorbing, and so many more. Yeah, I think that the writing is incredible, and they also tied it back to the nature of wanting to making you want to play it again, I should say, because I want to help the princess, and I honestly agreed with most of what she was saying. I just didn't like that letting her out was going to destroy the entire universe. Like, why can't we continue making change happen, but not destroy the universe, you know? So I'd like to try and reach a mutual understanding with her.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And I'd like to try and help the narrator too. I want him to come around to our point of view. Let's ignore him for now, though. Let's just silently walk towards the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Nah, we're gonna be friends.
We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm with you, hero. You had my back at the end. You did mess it up, though. We shouldn't have taken that knife with us. Favorite voice so far?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Favorite in
the
what
only
way?
Furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Favorite, like, the one I thought was funniest, or favorite, like, the one I agreed the most with? Because my favorite in the sense that I thought it was funny was the Smitten voice. Favorite in the sense of who I agree with the most. Probably the hero. I think we were on the same page most of the time. Least favorite was definitely the cold. Didn't like the cold. Funniest, I definitely thought Smitten was the funniest. And one of the more interesting voices was the Paranoid, who was the first voice I ever got. In some philosophies, every choice creates a new reality and destroys the one that didn't happen, or splits into multiverses, etc. Yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No blade needed. We're good. We're gonna be friends. We're gonna talk it out.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
How about you, Wyatt? What's your favorite voice?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
I do think it's interesting, by the way, that the princess also has several different voices.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, we're back to the initial, like, damsel voice.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Okay, please don't bite off your arm.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
This does seem slightly different than I remember. Maybe the order that you get the endings matters?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Thank you so much for subscribing, Wyatt. I appreciate that.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Please don't bite off your arm.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Either Contrarian or Opportunist. I got both of those. I did enjoy both of them. Contrarian was pretty funny. I found myself agreeing with Contrarian a lot until like the end of the chapter. And then I was like, wait, hold on. And same with Opportunist, actually, now that I think about it.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I don't, and I'm sorry about that.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. We've tried going upstairs. We know it's going to lock in our face. Let me ask if she has any other ideas. And please don't bite off your arm. Please don't make that noise. It's horrible.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Yeah, maybe.
Or if that doesn't work,
No,
I guess we can
please
always
don't
cut me
do
out
that.
of them.
Please don't do that.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
I'm realizing that we tried that too. Now.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
True.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Okay, well, we know how this is going to go down. She's going to try and bite off her arm, and then a blade is going to appear, and then if we decide to not kill her, we're going to get murdered by her by getting stabbed like a million times. And if we decide to murder her, it makes me feel bad about myself.
Is someone else here?
So I think we've tried, I don't know how many endings per thing, but we've definitely gotten the witch ending from this and the damsel ending from this.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
There might be more, I'm not sure. Wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. The voice of the Contrarian talking about what to do with the knife. Yeah, I like that one too.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
We're not doing
and you
it.
won't leave until the task is done.
Nope, we're gonna be friends with the princess.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
I do kind of feel like not killing her ever is probably not the correct thing to do, because I feel like some of our better endings were from killing her. Like, for example, the ghost ending. We reached a mutual understanding, and we had to kill her in order to get that one.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Okay, please don't bite your arm.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Please don't do it. I hate the noise. It's so gross.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Please stop doing that.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
If we're urged to say the other endings in the situation you're in, so I don't want to know the actual endings. I wouldn't mind knowing the number of endings possible, though, because I know I've gotten at least 2 from this exact situation.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I mean, we could try to save her, I guess. I mean, we have no other option.
Fine. Against your better
gross.
judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Sorry.
You cut into her flesh.
I hate it.
The blade
my
is sharp,
God, please.
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I hate it.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
We put that on ice, we might be able to reattach it, right?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Where's a napkin? She got a bit messy on her face, Drew.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly
Smiling,
as her
though, it's
gaze
nice.
meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I mean, she's probably just happy to be free, right?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I mean, it's not going to matter that the narrator takes us over and makes us kill her.
No,
Or
we won't have any of that.
makes her
The
kill
stakes
us.
are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
How can I murder her? Look at her big sad face. I can't do that. We're gonna get an ending we already got before, though. We gotta find out what happens if we never murder her, right?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You're making things worse, narrator. Okay.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Okay, we might skip through getting stabbed like a million times.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm getting stabbed a bunch.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
You're not gonna be quick. You're gonna stab me like 1,000 times, dude.
She plunges
God,
it into
stop.
your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake?
Okay, we're gonna skip through this a little
Whatever.
bit because we know we're going to get.
I'm sorry.
She
Stop.
doesn't know how to use it.
Please.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't
We know this
matter.
is the smitten ending.
I'm
Oh my
so
God!
sorry.
Stop stabbing me.
One last thrust of the... It can't just end. Oh, that's rich
Okay.
coming from you. Everything goes dark.
We died. Sad times.
You're
Okay,
on
so
a
we've definitely
path.
gotten
You're
this
here.
one. Whoopsie, the wrong side. It ain't your heart, silly me. I think I saw. Let's skip. Skip unseen text. Why would we want to do that? We would want to skip seen text, right? I'm a little confused about this. Skip unseen text is wrong, right? It already skips scene text? I don't think it does it? We're seeing a lot of the same stuff over and over. You bastard, you're in for it
My
now.
tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We
Default?
just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If
Smitten.
we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I like the smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we'll see about that. What can I say?
Okay. Let's try and reason with him, I suppose.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment that this really is
Yeah,
that you
okay.
died last time, which probably only happened because you
No.
were the one who did us in, villain.
True, that is what happened.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
Thank you, smitten.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I don't.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Nothing.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Nope. I don't think that's true.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
He's actually not that far off from the truth.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time is because I let her. She barely held the knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
We've already asked that for sure. I think we've asked this too, but I like this question.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? Before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
We tried leaving nonstop already. Yes, we tried leaving a bunch of times, and it made a bunch of cabins appear. And then eventually he put up a wall. You're being cagey when aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
To the point the day reset? I think so? I don't remember. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated...
We could try to turn around and leave. We haven't tried that here.
That's right. You can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Oh, yeah.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
So we know if we go there, we can save her. Because we've done that before. But in the interest of trying to find new endings, let's see what happens if we try and leave from here.
Are we running away? What are you doing? We have to save her. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I think doing this led to the one where we made a bunch of them that combined into one. Turn around again and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But Everything is getting...
Wait, hold on. This is different.
What's going on? Where are we? Oh, I don't like this one bit. There's not a single damsel in sight. How dull.
You think you got it? Or you think I got it, I should say? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, the sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Okay. Healers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Okay, embrace the thoughts constricting you. That's probably the princess. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It's the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Okay. Well, here we
You're
are.
on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Okay. I guess we ignore... We could turn around and leave again, but that would lead to the cracked situation. I don't know how many endings there are. It seems like each princess has a different voice, potentially. So maybe if we do the same thing we did last time, but there's a different voice princess, it'll have a different result. So let's try that.
You make your way up the short path to the... A warning. She will...
Yeah,
We're not going
yeah.
to go through with this, right?
She's a prince. Ignore him. He doesn't...
Okay. Neither one of you know what you're talking about. Doesn't hurt to try? Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Do you want to know how to get the third ending for the freeing the princess situation? So you're saying that doing what I'm doing leads to 3 different endings, of which I've seen 2. Do I want to know how to get the third one? Let me think about this for a moment. So we've cut off her arm and let her free. That led to the same situation. We've had her bite off her arm. That led to the same situation. We've attacked her after she started biting her arm. So that was the witch, the damsel. I might have gotten all 3 now that I think about it, because if you take the blade down there and cut off her arm, I don't think it leads to the damsel. There's an ending where she dies, where she leaves, a good ending, and a reset. You think that's all? Didn't get the beast, though. Is that different than the witch? Where she breaks both of our backs? Yeah? Oh, okay. I feel like I have to kill her in order to get that ending. There's 8 endings total. There's also more coming out on the 24th, by the way.
The blade is your implement.
I say we take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather...
Because I don't remember what happens if we cut her out. Just do what you asked,
The
no
door to
question
the
asked.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by her voice.
Who's there?
Okay, you're definitely different.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I wonder what happens if you warn her and then slay her at the
Don't let
end.
it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I was wondering that myself, but I'm trying not to kill her at all this time. But I'm not positive. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
That's a great question, though, Arios, and I was wondering that myself. I feel like you probably do need to kill her in order to get the actual good ending.
And lock eyes with the princess.
At least a couple times.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Probably, yeah.
Focus on the task at
I mean, we
hand.
know she is.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
So, I think the difference that we made this time is by not grabbing the knife, we put her into a different voice that was kind of like more innocent. Now that we have the knife, she's kind of like standoffish. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
No, this is for cutting off your arm.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
No, we're not doing that.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Those are all good points, but I'm going to tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Don't worry, we're not going to kill you. We're going to cut off your arm.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Listen, I'm going to cut off your arm. I'm not here for fighting you.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I don't want to do any of these. I'm sorry, can we just
You're
talk?
so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Yeah. So we've dropped it before, Wyatt, and it led to something fine, I believe, but trying to do things slightly differently, both because I want you guys to see different endings so it's entertaining, but also because I'm trying to get like a good ending where we don't have to reset and we don't have to murder her or anything.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Fine. We've done it before, though. Let's say we're not dropping the blade, but I don't... Try not to hurt her, but I feel like she's going to attack and kill me.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay, that's fair. Fine then. I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Ah, man, it's forcing us. Alright, fine.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
That's the plan.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Her eyes are different than last time, that's for sure.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Okay, Hero and the Princess to Beast to Den is not a good chapter lineup. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but I believe you.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
True. Even bigger, you mean? True. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? Okay. How am I supposed to get you out of here is my question.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
You mean like in relationship with the princess is my favorite chapter lineup? So I got one of those. I don't know if it's the one you're talking about, but I got one of those with Smitten. That came from the damsel chapter. But there might be multiple for all I know.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I definitely think I've seen this ending.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
She is. She wants you to cut off her arm.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I guess I'm going to try and make it more awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Are you sure that you've seen this ending? I'm not 100% positive. I've definitely seen this part, though, where she wants me to cut off her arm, and I do. I'll ask her name, but she doesn't know, which is very sad.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Yep.
Or Her
I
Majesty.
definitely remember this.
Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
But did you bring the knife before? Yeah, so I've tried this bringing the knife, tried it not bringing the knife. I'm starting to think the knife determines the voice that you get here. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Fair enough.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay. Okay, we've talked enough, I guess.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yeah, I'd like to free you.
You know why you're here.
Getting you out of here. I haven't tried locking her away. I think that's a terrible idea, though. Want to spoiler out the blade in the first chapter. Is it a huge spoiler? Resist and resist again? I don't think I had the option to resist twice. I'll try, though. Nothing major? Then sure.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the... They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even...
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Then we get locked in.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess...
Let's try this. We haven't asked besides cutting you out.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Oh my god.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
Yeah.
You attempted to make your way out. Is someone else here?
Okay. Go back downstairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
Yep.
They locked you down here too, didn't
They did. They certainly did.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Don't want to. Can I give it to you and you do it?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay. Sorry.
Against your better judgment,
I hate it.
You place the blade against the princess's arm. You cut.
Oh god,
into
stop.
her. The blade
Stop
is
with the
sharp,
noises,
and you
please.
make quick
Oh my
work of it.
God.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yep.
Free from how is she so
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too
Yep.
high. As the princess... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Yep. Okay, so no. We're gonna warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back. but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, we're gonna resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
She grabs it and slits our throat. I remember that.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Rather you just didn't kill me.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
You will.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The prisoner.
You're
Okay,
on
this
a
is the
path
one where
in the
she
woods,
has like a
and at the
ton
end of that
of
path is a cabin. And in the basement
a ton of
that
chains
cabin
on her.
is a princess.
And last time we touched the chain because we're dumb, and we're not going to do
You're
that
here
this time.
to slay her. If you don't,
Okay. I haven't tried cutting her out twice. No, because we needed to cut off her head. Okay, I mean, I guess we're cutting off her head this time, sure.
you take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess. Good idea.
Get close
Much
to her and
better
let her
to be
attack you and then save her. Okay, you could try that.
The door to the her voice.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
You know we're not the first. We
You
were here
walk down the
last time.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Stream went down. Uh-oh. My bitrate is cooked for some reason. Huh. Interesting. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if it affected the YouTube side, but it seems like it's back now on Twitch. Isn't down for you? Must have just been the Twitch side. Weird. I missed an ending. That's a bummer.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
YouTube had a hiccup, but it was mostly fine. Sorry about that, guys.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I actually brought it to cut off your head so we could get you out of here. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess,
Hello.
but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's fine. Seems
That's
reasonable.
reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you're told to sit? Yeah, let's not make her angry.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
All I know that we shouldn't do, since we've done it before, is inspect this chain.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I came to free you, but that's going to involve cutting you up a lot. Thank you so much for subscribing, Otacon. Appreciate you being here. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife.
Okay,
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
you can have it.
That's ominous, but she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
I disagree. I think you got this.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do?
Give her the
I
knife.
don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Nah, it's fine.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him.
True.
Possibly even more than we can't trust her.
Also true.
Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
Also true.
Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That's the most true. I like the skeptic. Okay. Not giving you a weapon? Nah, I think we should. Forgotten you killed me with it last time. Could cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. I don't want to cut her out. Here, you can have the weapon. I'm okay with that.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Boo! Let me do what I want.
Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power.
Good point.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning.
I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain? Yes, explain it.
Sure, I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing.
I hate that idea.
You wouldn't.
I'm not afraid of dying. Are you?
A little. You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor.
Good job, skeptic.
The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
No problem. Could you, pick the locks instead of cutting off your arms and head, please?
She pulls up her
God,
hair,
stop.
smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Why would you do this?
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word.
Oh my God.
She cuts into her own
Why?
neck.
Why are you doing this?
No.
I hate it. Watch an uneasy silence. Oh, God.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she
Oh
saws
my God,
through
I hate this.
skin,
I hate this so much.
veins, cartilage.
Oh.
At last she reaches bone, the blade
God.
grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Holy crap, lady. That's very disgusting, and I hate the noise you're making.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Yeah, no, she's just cutting off her head, dude.
Finally,
Oh my
with
God.
a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head
Oh my
twists
God.
slowly
Oh
to
my
the
God,
side,
please,
flopping
why?
to her shoulder,
I hate
and
it.
her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to
Holy.
hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
What is happening? I don't like this.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Is my stomach okay? Yeah, but I don't like what I'm seeing here. Put the head back. She's probably fine, right?
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Listen, I didn't do this. This was her choice.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now?
I also hate
please?
this. I'm with you, hero.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Let's just put her head back, I think, right?
We should take her with us, don't you think?
Oh my God.
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
I mean, I think we should bring her with us, but I don't want to. She's got Her head cut off.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
Don't believe you.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
To get Beast, go down unarmed and then betray her. Okay. Hey QF, how you doing? Hey Lemmy Ding. I'm doing well, how you doing?
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
I think we bring her with us. Take the princess with you. Oh my god.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids.
Ugh.
Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
Looks like her eye twitched.
She didn't. She's dead.
That is disgusting, I agree.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Alright, princess, we're freeing you.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Okay, we should have brought her body too, I think.
Well played.
Thank you.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
Sorry you're just ahead, princess.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Sorry that you're about to get kidnapped. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. She wants you, the mouth still works. Wow.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You can tell because she still won't shut up. Jeez Louise, dude. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
What ending do you want to go for? I'm going to stumble around until I get the good ending, hopefully.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Let's approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You're just kidding. Sorry, hero. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. Time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Hi, me. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Lead to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Sorry you're just ahead. Oh, you got your body back. That's kind of... okay, I guess. How did you get your arms out? You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Let's see. So, we've asked most of these, except for this one. I don't know that we've asked about the worlds beyond this place.
I know only that they are.
Okay. What happens now?
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, make me forget. Sure.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Don't worry, we'll remember you later.
You won't.
Not nice. Everything goes dark and you die. You're in the princess.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the ways we can not kill her. We have tried bringing the knife down and not killing her. We've tried not bringing the knife down and not killing her. We've tried leaving. We've not tried leaving extra hard, though. He puts a wall up, and then we kind of just went in, but we haven't tried leaving after he puts a wall up.
Seriously? You're just going to...
So let's try and leave.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
To get Beast, go down unarmed and then betray her. I don't want to betray her yet. I'm trying to not murder her at all in this playthrough. Did I play Firewatch? No. That's the one where you are in the tower or whatever and you're looking for fires though, right? The first person one?
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Rude.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
Nope, we're gonna leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Saw that. We're just gonna keep ignoring him.
Your silence is deafening.
It's not the scary one that went viral. It's adventure/mystery. Yeah, I think they gave that away on PlayStation Plus like years ago. That's like an older game now, isn't it? Also, hey, Multiple Control.
But
How you
fine.
doing? Thanks for being
Turn
here.
around and trek back down the path you came.
This is going to
Oh,
make
would
a
you look
bunch
at
of
that?
cabins.
You're at the cabin again.
I'm pretty
Now,
sure.
I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Several years old. Also, hey. Hello. Leaving in chapter 2 for the ending won't work elsewhere. Yeah, so I think continuing to leave here makes them all, makes a bunch of cabins appear, and then eventually he puts up a wall. But I haven't tried leaving after the wall is up, so we'll try that this time. Okay, we'll start walking in a different direction.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Rude. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Glad you could make it.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings,
This
you
is
start
definitely
to
a weirder
realize that
ending.
those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
What are you doing this time? I'm trying to get a good ending. You don't mind me asking? No, of course not. I'm trying to get a good ending. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. I guess more than trying to get a good ending, since I don't think this will lead to a good ending, I'm trying to not kill her for an entire run. It's not worked out great so far. I handed her a knife and she cut off her head, so... Need any help to get a good ending? I think I'm going to keep stumbling through, but I appreciate the offer.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
We're not going, dude.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
You know a good one that you think I would like, but I'm sure you will get there eventually? Thanks. Appreciate that. How's your day going? It's going pretty well. How's yours going?
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
It's been pretty nice. Glad to hear it. Sorry for leaving. No worries at all, Wyatt. Not a problem. The stranger.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, there's a wall now.
And you're here to slay her.
Yep, I'm ignoring you. Okay. Can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a wall now. I feel like I mentioned it last time, but let's try again.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
That makes a lot of sense. You stay there, the grabby hands will get you. That's fine. We've seen the other ending here, which is we made a poor princess that was a bunch of princesses combined.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
You haven't seen this lineup? Oh, nice. I'm glad we're seeing one that you haven't seen before.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
It's quite confusing. Yeah, I think we're going to stay in the woods forever. If we go to see the princess, we know that every time we ask a question, she splits into a different princess, and then all of them get combined at the end, and it makes a monstrosity. So we don't want to get another ending, or another chapter ending the same way if we can avoid it. You get this one in the first attempt, you get a secret ending. That's interesting. Yo, what?
Oh, that's clever. A little boring, though. It's extremely boring.
There's also an ending if you refuse to go to the cabin in chapter 1. Interesting.
Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing?
Yeah, you can do nothing.
No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
Don't listen to him. You don't have to.
All right, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
This might be the craziest chapter. It does get pretty nuts.
Congratulations. You continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy.
Screw you, guy.
What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore.
The craziest chapter I remember, and I don't know how to get it again, is one where I got like all of the voices in my head at the same time. That was a weird one.
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
So what did you do on the stream? We got like an ultimate ending. By initially refusing to go to the cabin in chapter 1, then going to the cabin in chapter 2, from there proceed as normal to New Dawn, leave the cabin, or reset ending. Interesting. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again, memory returns. Distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something else comes close. So we saw this one a little while ago, and it told us that she didn't want us to do this again, and we did. The one you got is the moment of clarity. You can get that one if you leave her in the basement. I see. That which dwells in the empty spaces contracts across the edges of your mind again. She's furious. Betrayal. Every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Do you want to linger here, entwined with a creature you taught to hate you forever? Eternity never ends. Cold spite. Our infinities shrink into something less. I hate you, 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 I hate you. Oh my god. Okay. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't...
I don't think that's the correct way to do things if she's starting to hate us. You keep doing that, it's also an ending? That sounds like a bad ending. Now we can't even try to walk away. Do the ending? Do one normal, then leave in two. I think if we keep doing that, we're going to get a terrible ending. She just said she hates us. It's not terrible. You're trying to get the good ending, right? You don't want to spoil it. I am trying to get the good ending. I'm kind of stumbling away through here. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is almost a blade. Is your...
I'm trying to think, what else can we do that gets us to a different second part that doesn't involve murdering her? Bittersweet? I don't want bittersweet. I want to be friends with this entity. I feel like killing her, though, sometimes was good. The ghost ending definitely felt good. Like, we reached a compromise. We were friendly after that. You have to do every ending? To get the good ending, you're saying? Try something new? That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to think what we haven't tried here. We've gone down with the blade. That resulted in her having the standoffish voice. And then when we don't kill her there, the narrator gets us killed by her. We've tried not going down with the blade. That results her in her having the innocent voice. And that, if we try not to kill her there, results us in us getting stabbed like 1,000 times. What if you didn't take the blade in the finale? That's exactly what I think was the problem last time. I listened to the freaking hero and brought the blade when I shouldn't have. I think that probably would have led to the good ending. I can't think of a way to not kill her. I think we might have tried to not kill her. Well, I guess we could leave her there. Do chapter 2 leave? I'm trying to get the good ending. And I'm feeling like leaving in chapter 2 over and over is not going to get it. We're probably going, like, I intend to, as long as it's October, keep doing this game for a bit. We're going to do something later. Tomorrow, I should say. We're playing a different game and probably Thursday, but Friday we'll be back because there's going to be a new update. You take the blade and drop it, the princess might think you're listening to her. We just did that in the last one. I think we enter without the blade. And then maybe we just leave.
The door to the basement
I don't think we've
creaks
tried
open,
that.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminate. Her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you.
You can't leave?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Because of the narrator.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the fire. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
Hold on, let's talk a bit.
Okay.
Hello. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
That's nice, but that's not a name.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Oh, this is new. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I'm just curious.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been
Yeah, I've
eating?
been curious about that too.
She has to eat, right?
We know she doesn't, but I still want to know. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That's sad. You don't know her name.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah?
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
Okay, we're about to get hit with an ad break, so let me just mute this real quick.
Let him cook! Let him cook now!
Don't worry. You're not going to miss anything. And unfortunately, letting him cook is going to lead to an ad. But we'll be back in 3 minutes. We're just going to listen to music. You're not going to miss anything, but we will be right back. Sorry. And we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. Only was Slay the Princess music. Don't worry, it's okay. Hope he does Beast. I think I'm probably going to end up doing Beast because I'm going to try Arios's idea of resisting and then at the end stabbing her. You said you have a tight schedule today. How long are you planning to stream today? Probably until like 7:30 EST, so like 45 more minutes. Let him cook. Nice. Hopefully a while until he needs to do something important. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. We are back. Let's unmute. Oops. Not exactly where I was trying to go, but that works. Okay. We don't really need to talk to you. We kind of know what you are already. We haven't tried keeping her locked away, though. I'm going to keep you locked away here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah, it's a good compromise. Need some help doing the Beast? I think I know how. Grab the blades upstairs, don't kill her, but you do need to fight her. Pretty sure you need to betray her as soon as you can. Interesting.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Okay.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Okay, she dropped the act, apparently.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Okay.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Don't like the menacing look you're giving me. I feel like I haven't just locked her in the basement, though. That's got to be a new ending, right? Hunted? I assume you guys are talking about the names of endings. I feel like I want to lock her in the basement because she's being scary.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
I don't like this.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Oh no, she's getting out, dude.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
I studied the blade.
You
I don't know
close the
about that.
basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Doing Nightmare? I have no idea what I'm doing. Think you're gonna get Nightmare?
Okay. We can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with
I've
fatigue.
seen this one. This is how we get the
But
paranoid
sleep
voice.
doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there.
Oh god.
Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Stop.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyway.
I don't like it.
It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Okay, I'm on your side again. I'm sorry.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
No, we're friends again. We're gonna be friends, I think.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
Stop banging on the door. I'll let you out. I
When I
promise.
get out of here, I'm going to pick you
Oh my god,
apart
stop.
piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Well, okay, don't say that, because now I'm not gonna open the door.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've
Oh,
made
God.
tonight.
Stop.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
These are all awful. How about we open the door and we become friends with her? How does that sound? So all of that was an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a
I
monster.
can be innocent and harmless if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire
Read from
me
the
to play
Necronomicon.
nice.
Okay, I mean, I understand what point you're trying to make, but also please stop banging the door.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
You committed. Oh
jolt
God,
awake
why
in
would
the
you
middle
do
of
this
the
to
night
me?
To silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Okay, but why did we stay in the cabin? That's insane. We should have just walked away, dude.
Where is she?
Thanks for
God.
helping me get out of that awful basement.
You're so welcome, and also let's be friends, I think.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
We know that's not true. If we believe hard enough, we can change things about this reality.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Rather you didn't.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Well, you don't look well either. If you're gonna be rude about it, you look like a creep.
What a shame.
You can fix her.
If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Listen, I wanted to help you get out. I just wanted to, lock you in the basement for a little bit longer.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves is a song now. Wow, that's interesting.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Nope, I'll be coming back. Don't you worry.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
It's fine. We're back.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now leave, do it. I'm kind of tempted to, just because she's a ghost lady now. That's probably not great. You know what? We will leave.
This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there.
That's a good point. We don't want to mess with a nightmare ghost lady that freaking hates us. You ever tried to kill the nightmare? That doesn't sound like it'll go over well. Also, we're trying not to kill her this time.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yes.
Do you eat?
No, I don't know where I'm going. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah, dude, I'm not going back there. That lady's crazy.
That's strange.
No.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
No. I'm leaving again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
I'm going to waste everyone's time. I'm leaving again.
So Marcotte fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yep.
Wait, something isn't right.
Nope.
Can you still
You're
hear
dead
me?
now.
You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting...
Okay, now the hand lady is going to be really extra pissed off at me, and I'm not looking forward to that, if I'm being honest.
What's going on? Where are we? It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
We're fine. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. She's pissed. It won't be anger. The distant rumbling, the sound of many sounds. Undulation pulls louder as something other comes close. Desperate pleas. I do not hate you. I'm sorry I said I hate you. I do not have to hate you. We can still leave this place together. An offering. We can be friends. I'd love that. Ecstasy. You are elated. You have never felt more elated than you feel now. Everything is good. You cannot remember what it is like to feel anything other than euphoric joy. Reminder. We can be worse than enemies. Okay, well, don't threaten me. Agony. You are torn into a million pieces and you feel pain in each of them. You have never felt more miserable than you feel now. You cannot remember what it is like to feel anything other than anguish. Okay, well, now I'm not going to agree with you, dude. Mercy. You are elated again. You have never felt more elated than you feel now. In contrast to the agony you suffered, its elation is better than all of that other elation you have experienced. I get what you're saying, and I get what you're trying to do, but I don't think you get me. I am a spiteful creature, my friend, and you have angered me now. Round Eyes looking up at you. I need more vessels so that I can be finished. I cannot find them on my own, for they are me. You are the only one who could do this, or our only salvation. Well, you shouldn't have been mean to me. How's that?
You're on a path.
Nope.
You're here to...
No. I can't leave again. You're bumming me out.
You make your way up the short path to the cap. A warning. She will... We're not going to go through...
Okay.
Ignore.
Here's the thing. What's next? Well, she's made me angry. She made me feel unimaginable anguish. So, she's getting murdered. Sorry, lady.
The door to the...
You shouldn't have done did that.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Yep.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so... Focus on the task.
Alright, sorry,
And
lady.
there you are.
You're getting murdered.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Yep.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Well, you're clearly a nightmare creature, so I probably can't fully kill you, but I am going to stab you.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Listen, you can talk all you want, I'm going to stab you.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Alright, you're getting stabbed.
You lunge forward
Sorry.
without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Take the blade, please. I did.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. You
this
got
is
stabbed.
isn't it?
It is. You're dead.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
Take it
Do
when she
you
has been
actually
slain.
believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
This is how she turns into a ghost.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
We've tried, of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Probably.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
What you believe is true? Yeah, we found out last time that that's the case, and by believing that she was dead, she turned into a ghost. We will take the blade since Kenneth wants us to, and also because I think it's probably a good idea.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt.
She is probably gonna, like, grab us and murder us, though.
But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Yeah?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Okay, if you had your own blade, why don't you just cut off your arm and leave?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Yep, even Steven.
See you around.
Bye.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bummer. The Razor. Ooh, that's a new one.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to
Okay, I have to be honest, though. I'm committed to leaving.
and away we go. Good call.
I just unlocked the best route. Really? Interesting. Voice the Cheated? That's a new one. And away we go.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
No, it's not strange. We're leaving.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path.
Save game? Don't worry, we're going to be playing more Slay the Princess.
Can you still hear me? You're supposed to
So
wind
no
up
need.
back at the cabin again.
It'll be fine.
But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we?
You guys are upset about me leaving.
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
Sorry. The world around is unwound, physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. Find yourself in the long quiet once again, memory returns. Distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Dejection. Healers limp against your soul. Why? Well, you shouldn't have freaking messed with me, dude. Long silence, a hollow heart. I don't want to see you. Fair enough. I don't want to see you either. That's why I keep leaving.
In the woods. And at the end of you're here to
Okay. Man, we've tried a lot of different stuff.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
What a spiteful fella. Yep. We're getting the 5 stages ending, apparently.
A warning before you go any further. We're not going to ignore him.
Please do Beast. I can do that if you want, but we're not going to see the second part since I'm just going to keep leaving. But I'm more than happy to do that now if you'd like.
The blade is your implement.
Can help if you want? No, it's okay. So you said to do Beast, we enter without the blade. I think I have to do it 2 more times.
The door to the basement creaks up her voice.
Well, we're going to find out.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool.
Okay. Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
Sure, let's talk.
Okay.
Just to bite her arms off, both of them? Jeez Louise. Oh, I don't know. Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're making a huge... No. You're doing the
My
right
chat
thing.
does want me to fight you, though, so I don't think it's going to go well for you.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
By beast, you think they mean the witch? I'm thinking that too, which we've already done.
They're large and heavy.
But we
far
shall
too
see.
solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
These could be
They
different
wouldn't
than
have
Witch,
just
though.
left the key
'Cause
to her
we
chains somewhere in the cabin.
Continued fighting at the end instead of giving up, which is what they're telling us to do. So it could be different.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Piece is different. Okay.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can...
She offers this. If we were stuck down
Okay,
here
we're
long
just
enough,
gonna
we're tempted. Is someone
Fast
else?
forward through this since we know how it's going to end. She's going to
You
start
make your way
eating
to
her
the bottom
arm,
of the stairs,
which I hate.
This would have been easier for everyone.
Similar
heard
to
the
Witch,
door
but
slam.
different. Interesting.
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess.
If I could just get out of these chains...
She barely hesitates before as she rips
Stop.
her flesh from her bone.
I hate
the
it.
Blade, or we could. You won't like.
Stop it. Okay, you said we had to slay her?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into
Sorry.
the princess's back. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Sorry, lady.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Not entirely.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
To be fair, it's not his fault. It's the chat's fault. True.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she
Ouch.
lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
I wonder how they did the sound design here. It's very disgusting noises that they're making.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess?
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back.
Leaks? I could kind of see that for the bone snapping noises.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Okay, and this is where you guys want me to give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
Weirdo.
We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
No, my chat's the monster. I wanted to help you.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
No worries. Hopefully we can see the end of the beast next time.
Here to slay.
But we are just gonna leave.
Yes, we're safe. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even...
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You really want me to get the skeptic on the beast? Interesting. I didn't even know you could get multiple voices on the same playthroughs.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's
No.
time, aren't you? It's remarkably
Wyatt did not
selfish,
like that.
if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies.
I did say I was
Like,
going to keep doing
dies,
this.
dies. Forever.
I specifically said before I did the beast that if I didn't mind doing it, but I was going to do this afterwards. Don't worry, we will eventually get the
Fine.
beast done.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting...
Sometimes you can get 3 to 4, but average 2 or 3. Despite no boundaries. We're committed. We've got endless amounts of spite.
What's going on? Where are we? A dark place. Thoughts like us shouldn't be here.
Hunted is one that we haven't seen before, I don't think. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulation is pulsed louder as something other comes close. Healers hold you in a gentle caress. I think he's grieving, he said acceptance. Resignation. I cannot stop you, but our school is nearly taught. A warning. If you come here again, we will be here forever. You count the moment of clarity, you've met all of them, but haven't seen it at the full potential.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
I'm trying to think what we've done, what we've not done at the beginning. We walked in, we've stabbed her. I think the only thing I've never done is walk in, talk to her, and then decide to murder her.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Bro is looking at all these stories and saying no because of spite. To be fair, it's both spite and also... It doesn't seem like we're helping each other at all. And I really would like to help the princess. And I don't think I can do that by killing her. So we already messed her up. We already messed up this entire playthrough.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a prince.
Ignore him.
Okay. Talk to her and then slay her? Yeah, that's the only thing I think I haven't tried.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and the blade is...
Okay. Let's see. I think I have to take the blade. Unless there's some type of way to murder her without having the blade. Take the blade? Okay.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you.
Don't worry, we're here to kill you. Just checking in.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Hello.
She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Kinda. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide...
Tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hand.
You poor thing.
You step forward.
I'm probably chained up in the space, so you should just...
She's unarmed.
We haven't seen what if she isn't bluffing, what if she kills us? Drop the blade now? Okay.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
We've definitely done this
to
before,
the floor
though.
with an unceremonious...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Have you been broken before? I think we've gotten the voice of the broken.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly
No,
make
you're just
everything
gonna lie.
crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen.
Good point.
As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think at this point we just have to murder you, right? You're supposed to end the world? Okay. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Yeah, no, you definitely are a monster.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Nope, I don't know much of anything. I do have to murder you, though. I'm sorry.
They haven't told you anything, have they?
Nope.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
That's true.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either.
It doesn't.
Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Okay, but I do have to murder you because
She
that's
has
what
a
my chat
point.
wants.
There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
That's very sound logic.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Man, she's good.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
It's also a good point. She's got a point, says Gustavo. Totally agree. Got a lot of logic on her side. But unfortunately, we have spared her in this exact situation, and we've gotten an ending before. No, she's got a point. No, I completely agree. We've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
Listen, I want to help you, but my chat wants you dead.
You know why you're here.
Sorry.
You charge the princess, blade trembling
she's fighting
in your
back, though?
hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Badass.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Rad.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there.
Oh my god.
She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Okay, I mean, she's kicking the crap out of me. Who says we want her dead? We seek blood.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
How rude of her to do that. To be fair, we did try to kill her.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
Yup.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You do this round, you get all the answers that you so desire. I wish I could, but I have to leave out of spite. The tower.
You're on a path. You're here.
All right. Bye.
All right. We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her, so we might as well enjoy what little time we have left.
Good point.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
The mommy route? I was getting those vibes too. You'd save the game, but you're coming back to this, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do more of this on Friday of this week, which is the day that the Pristine Cut comes out. So there's probably going to be even more endings for us to explore.
That's strange. It looks like this... You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me, but fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Pristine Cut comes out, so excited what new stuff is there. I know there's new endings. Let's take a look real quick. I'm not positive exactly what there is. Let's see. Slay the Princess. What does Pristine Cut add? 3 brand new chapters, replete with mysteries and consequences. Never before seen princesses who will all murder you without a second thought. Expansions to familiar routes, the Den, the Apotheosis, and the Fury each have more than doubled in length. Interesting. It heavily expands 3 routes and adds an additional 3 extra routes and 1 more ending. Devs say it'll increase the game size by 35%. Sounds like there's a ton of new content. And they're offering it for free, which is really cool. Let's see. New chapters, sure. New princesses, sure. Expanded routes, yep. New ending, new frames. Over 1,200 new hand-penciled frames. New dialogue. Over 2,500 new lines of dialogue that are fully voiced. A gallery to track your progress, relive your exploits, and uncover secrets. That's what I was looking for, and that's fantastic that they're adding that. All right, that's awesome. It comes out on October 24th, and I don't know exactly what time, hopefully in time for the stream, but we will see. The Den is going to be Godzilla. I can't wait to see what we've gotten so far.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
Nope.
But everything is getting fuzzy.
Sorry, narrator. Get out of here.
What's going on? Where are we?
Sorry, hero.
We're dead, obviously.
That's not quite accurate, but I understand why you'd think so. So after you do this out of spite, you're going to do the other endings? Exactly. That's the plan. The world around you is unwound. Physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. When's next stream? So I will be streaming tomorrow, but not Slay the Princess. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Godless. The next Slay the Princess stream will be on Friday of this week. Also at 4 p.m. EST. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Oblivion. The many feelers pull your shape into something formless. You have made a decision. It is the wrong one. I love you. Sorry. You are bliss, joy, and understanding everywhere at once. Your soul threatens to fade away. I love you. You are agony, a mumbling arm, a parched throat, an open wound. Your soul forced back into existence. I love you. You are bliss, joy, and understanding everywhere at once. Your soul threatens to fade away. I love you. You are agony, a numbing arm, a parched throat, an open wound. Your soul forced back into existence. I love you. You are bliss, joy, and understanding everywhere at once. Your soul threatens to fade away. I love you. You are agony, a numbing arm, a parched throat, an open wound. Your soul forced back into existence. I love you. I mean, it's repeating things, but let's continue existing, I suppose. Bliss, joy, and understanding everywhere at once. I love you. Agony, we hate it. I love you. Keep existing. Agony. Joy and agony. Bliss, joy, understanding, agony, numbing arm, parched throat. We'll do this a couple more times, but I think we got to pick 2. We've never done that ending that many times. Keep continuing? Okay. I have a feeling that it's not going to do anything until I press consciousness fades away, but we'll try. Maybe something will happen. We'll do it 10 more times. This is new to you, I see. Glad that we got a new ending for you. All right, so we'll do it 10 more times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Think I have to fade? I think so too. We tried it like a bunch of times. All right, peace out. Consciousness fades away. Well, that was a terrible ending. I hated that. It turns out doing things out of spite, not a great idea. Okay. I liked our first ending better. Thank you so much for playing. An expression of our gratitude. Here's a track order for a special playlist just for you. Interesting. This is many less tracks than we got last time. So I guess the track list is made out of all of the songs you heard in a playthrough. Huh. There's a bittersweet quality to this ending. You've hurt your literal other half over and over again, but she still finds it in herself to forgive you. Although both of you are fading into nothingness, you've at least been given the opportunity to be together in oblivion. That is not how I interpreted it at all. We're going to return to the main menu. All right. Well, that's where we're going to call it for today's stream. But if you like the content, we will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST. It is currently for reference, it's currently 7:30 p.m. EST. So whatever your time is, 3.5 hours before then is when we're starting. But tomorrow will be a game called Godless. So not Slay the Princess. What are we going to be doing first? I don't know. I'm just going to kind of wing it, I suppose. I'll try to get a good ending. But we'll be back with more Slay the Princess on Friday of this week. So 4 p.m. EST and more Slay the Princess. That's when Pristine Cut comes out, and hopefully we'll see even more endings. But thank you so much for being here, everyone, on the YouTube side and on the Twitch side. If you're on the Twitch side, we will try and raid out. Live in Oregon. Okay. I think that's in the Pacific, right? So I think it's 3 hours behind you. Raid time? Exactly. We're going to raid out, so let's find someone to raid to. Let's see if we got... Ooh, we got someone playing Slay the Princess. We can raid to them. Okay. Oops. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Oh, geez. Cheers and catch you next time. Thanks so much for being here, Arios. I appreciate you. All right, sorry. I accidentally closed my window there. Day of Slay. Okay, let's raid this person and continue on the Slay the Princess fun. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I truly do appreciate your time. And I hope I see you on Friday or tomorrow if you're interested in non-Slay the Princess content. But again, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, right back at you, Kenneth. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.